to Audrey's Adventures in Realty. I'm Audrey Stefanko, and this is episode 8 of Cottage Makeover. So it's the beginning of April, and that means it's time for things to liven up and open up on Russell Island, and also means it's time for us to get back to work so that we can get this project done and enjoy our summer. So the first thing that we did when we opened up the cottage was get the water turned on. We had a leak. We had to find out where that was. Luckily, it was an easy fix, but we got the water turned on. And then the next time we went out there, we started getting back to work, doing all the finishing touches. We added a bench in the dining area off the kitchen that will also serve as storage. It opens up, and we are getting a custom cushion made for that. You wouldn't believe how much that costs for a cushion. And then Brad is currently, as we speak, working on the new dining room table. We also, by the back door, we put in another custom little bench, like foot locker thing, with some cubbies above it for some more storage. A place to kick off your shoes and hang up your jacket, that kind of thing. We added a beadboard accent behind the bench in the dining room, and we were able to bring in some furniture. So we have an actual living space. We got a chair and a love seat, and my dad got himself a new fancy recliner. So it's all really starting to come together. We got these super cute knobs on the kitchen cabinets. I spent hours and hours and hours looking for knobs. I wanted something cute and cottagey and colorful, and we found it thanks to Etsy. We had to get the front door straightened out. It wasn't aligned properly, and it was hard to open and close, so Brad had his friend Ryan, thank you Ryan, over to help us out with that. It was a 2-man job. And then to the right of the front door was that big glass window that we took out that's still sitting in the front yard. So we had to fill the wall on the front porch side. So luckily Brad was able to find some lumber that matched the siding that was on there originally, and then we painted it all white, and so it looks like it never even happened. As you may recall from previous episodes, we've been having a lot of misfortune with our golf cart, with my dad's golf cart, I should say. We have been looking for over a year now to buy a golf cart. They're just like everything else. Prices are like way too high. But anyways, we found a decent deal and got a golf cart, and we were able to bring it over on the spring caravan. And Brad's work trailer back over as well. And then my dad got a new golf cart as well, a really fancy Icon cherry red golf cart. So we've got 2 brand new golf carts to get us around, which will be super helpful with my business on the island and just general getting around. We added some final pieces of trim in the kitchen and in the bathroom, just little pieces by the floor. And so we're like pretty much wrapping up downstairs. Now, if you remember in a previous episode, I mentioned that we had to take out all the electrical upstairs because it was just a scary situation. And so we were using extension cords, and we were gonna save that project for a few years down the road, have a break, and not get into all that. But just as we were wrapping up the downstairs, we were sleeping upstairs and heard some critters crawling around in the wall, just like not a noise you want to hear when you're sleeping above your head. We made the call to just do the upstairs So literally it was a decision made overnight. Next morning we tore out all the old paneling, and there was paneling behind paneling behind paneling. The, I guess, open space, like attic space above the front porch was a bunch of old drywall from who knows how long ago. We had to get that out, get all the beds out of there and everything. And then it was our turn to sleep on the front porch. So me and Brady and Brad slept on the front porch for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, something like that. So once we were finished demoing everything out of the upstairs, we saw that the roof was sagging. And so Brad decided to put in some structural beams to lift the sagging, and also they serve as a support for the bunk beds that we're going to be building. There is going to be a twin size bed going this way, and then underneath it is going to be a queen size bed going this way. Since we rewired the house, there were no live wires up there, so Brad had to finish rewiring the upstairs with all the electrical. So now we have little lights for each bed. We have a chandelier in the middle, and we have electrical for ceiling fans on each side. So that'll all be super helpful. And he's also building some shelves in the bunks because there's really there's not any room for nightstands. So those built-in lights and shelves are gonna be great. We extended the walls on the sides by about 3 feet and made access panels above the front porch and the back porch. We need access in case we need to get into any of the utilities in there, and also this will serve as storage. And since we moved the walls in a little bit, it helped with building the bunks. So he is working on the railings and the ladders for that right now, so that'll be a later episode. But we put in, guess what we put in? We put shiplap, white shiplap, all upstairs. It was the easiest and least expensive option, and it looks super sharp and bright up there. When we put the shiplap up, we had to change the structure of the roof a little bit to put the shiplap vertically rather than horizontally, which I think gives it a nice visual appeal. The whole upstairs is re-insulated.
This is how you insulate. Right here. Have 2 ladies do your job, and then you drink a beer.
Luckily, we did take out all the insulation because we found that the windows were never even screwed into the framing. They were simply held in place by the window trim in the vinyl siding, so we were able to correct this mistake. By making the bunk beds, we actually can sleep 2 more people than we could before, and now we have actually an open space in the middle. There used to be a bed there, that's where we used to sleep, but now it's going to be some sort of seating area, or maybe like kids play area or something like that, so we can sleep more people and we have more space. So big bonus, and we have more storage too with those access panels. So it's just a win-win overall. The stair treads going up the stairs got pretty beat up, so eventually we're gonna have to replace those as well. Another future video. So all the major construction is done, and we just have to do all these finishing touches, and Brad's building a few more things like the dining room table and the ladders and railings. Thank you for watching episode 8 of Cottage Makeover. I'm Audrey Stefanko with Audrey's Adventures in Realty. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.